Yeah, Richie Rich here, coming to you from Vietnam. And yeah, today's video is how to start getting unstuck from where you are. And right now, I keep referring to the coronavirus, but this can, lockdowns I mean. So this can actually cause a lot of grief with people now and not knowing what to do. So right now, biggest thing is to take responsibility for yourself, okay? And that's one way to get unstuck. And you gotta take responsibility for what's happening right now in your life, okay? And I'm over here in Vietnam, and yes, sometimes it's hard. You know, everybody's waiting for that check or something or whatever, but yeah, you need to start taking responsibility. And because in the past, myself, I've always kind of leaned on other jobs, other people. When I was growing up, I was quite, still am a little bit today, more of an introvert, not an extrovert. So it takes a lot more time for me to be more, not more time, but it takes a little more effort for me to be courageous, per se. And that's a big thing with me is grappling with the courage and making sure I'm moving forward. And we all get caught in this rut and everything else. And right now, it means taking responsibility of where you are at. But don't beat yourself up. That's another thing. Getting unstuck, even though you want to take responsibility, don't beat yourself up. And there's some people out there who, you know, they curse and swear at you because you do this. Well, that doesn't really hold well with your emotional bank account, so to speak. And nothing worse. If you're gonna feel bad, then it's gonna take a lot more effort to try to get more positive, more effort to get back into the positive frame of mind. So don't beat yourself up. Even if you want to be more responsible. But it's not, maybe you are, how can I put it? Maybe it's not working, maybe you did something wrong. Like we all make mistakes, myself included, and just to move forward. Biggest thing is to recognize that, okay, I made a mistake, okay, don't dwell on it. Don't bring any negative emotions into it. Okay, I did this wrong, let's move forward. What can I do to go forward? And there's going to be a lot of times you'll be making mistakes. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And that includes me as well. Because, yeah, it can be a little disheartening at times because you want things to go the way you want them to go and they don't. And it can sometimes, how can I say it, put a damper on your progress. But don't just understand where you're at, take responsibility, and not feel bad. That's the big thing, not feel bad, because it can really hurt you in the long run. Because we've all carry around emotional baggage when we're young, and from other family members, friends, everything else that people may have done to us. So, yeah. So, anyway, big thing is to be responsible where you're at. And I'll be talking more tomorrow on becoming more free and everything else. So I'll dwell on that a bit. But for now, I'm just going to talk about a little bit of myself as well as, like I said, I've done a lot of, how can I say, been like an introvert when I was a kid and was always leaning on people and always had someone. I always had to, how can I put it? Not look up to, but always relied on them, so to speak. And I don't want to rely on anyone else. I'm going to rely on myself first. And then if somebody wants to join me, then that's fine. But I don't want to rely on, and I was relying on a lot of people when I was growing up. And always when you're kids, you rely on your parents. I understand that's a little different story. But when you get older, past your mid to late teens and then into young adulthood, you got to rely on yourself and not put your happiness into someone else. And I've said this before. I've said it many times. Don't put your well, some people say don't put your keys to happiness in someone else, but it's really none of your business what people think about you, and that can be a hard one to swallow, especially when you're dealing with family, spouse, kids, everything else. It's not your business what they think about you. If they think great things about you, hey, that's great. But like for me, growing up, I was always concerned about what everybody thought. Make sure I was doing the right thing, everything else. The career, the marriage, growing up as a kid on the family farm, so to speak, and always kind of want to be the son or everything else that always was that always did things and felt responsible for that at times. But there was times I know I put too much focus on at home than I did on myself and doing things outside of to try new things. So, and that was definitely a learning experience. Like I didn't do much dating, and I met this first woman and dated, and then all of a sudden, 4 years later we got married, and didn't really date anybody else really much. So that can be, depends how you look at it. It can be a positive or negative. For me, yeah, I got 3 great kids out of it, so I'm not going to say it was a bad thing. But maybe I should have done more dating. I don't know. But now I'm back here in Vietnam. I'm doing a little dating. I haven't yet settled down with someone. Looking for that. Definitely looking for that. But it's I'm taking responsibility and doing that to be free. So, and I'm big on freedom and taking the courage that way is definitely. And I'm here to help you people, whoever's watching this clip, to take that responsibility. Like I said at the beginning, take that responsibility and own up to it. If you have to go back in your memories and look at it again and just kind of spin a positive light on it, don't dwell on the negative on it. Just move forward and take okay, I'm responsible. How you're going to respond to that situation, and now you just want to put it in a positive light and move forward. Make it a learning experience. So, but like I said, it's not. Sometimes it's easier said than done, and we always go forward and we kind of go backwards as well. It's kind of like I've heard that with drug users or alcohol users. I can't speak on that personally, but I've heard that they always regress before they can move forward totally free from it. But like I said, I can't comment on that for personal experience. But so anyway, that's how it is. Take responsibility. That's key here right now. And yeah, I'm going to be having as you know, I got my book. It's Operating at Your Peak. Don't forget the report I got. It's called life.organizationreport.com. Check that out. It definitely is going to help you, point you in the right direction. And I'm coming on my course. It's going to be out I'll say the name of it in the next video or two. But it's basically to help you how to get unstuck and move forward in your life. And I've talked about this before, and it's going to be how to be more courageous in your, so it can bring you more freedom. But that is investing. And everybody says, oh, Forex trading or get rich quick and all that. No, it's not that. There's a lot of stuff out there that's garbage. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good stuff out there too as well. But there's a lot of people promoting day trading, investing, and don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good out there, but there's a ton of bad stuff. And so anyway, you gotta be careful on that. So anyway, I'm gonna be coming out more on that in the future about how to invest Simply 5 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day or longer if you want, depending how you want to go about it. But yeah, it's gonna be real simple. I'm gonna be coming out with also a trade service, like a trade signal service, and I'm gonna be basically it's gonna be like five or six stocks and maybe a currency in there as well. So if you want to trade the forex, and basically look, and this is where you buy and this is where you sell, and you're not going to sit there with a pile of screens and pile of charts and everything else. You need a charting program, but that's free on the internet. So it's going to be pretty simple for people, especially if they're at home and want to take advantage of their money to make it grow better and also protect it as well. So anyway, I'm Richie Rich, Greater Peaceful Consultant, and we will talk to you later. Bye for now.